Yes, good morning, viewers. We are still continuing with the topic of water treatment, and we want to link up with what we did last time. And last time we looked at the importance of water, and we said that water is very important for domestic use, for industrial use. We also looked at the importance of treating water, and we said we will treat water to kill pathogens, we will treat water to remove bad tastes, we will treat water to remove chemical impurities, and we also treat water to remove sediments or solid impurities in that water. So without wasting a lot of time, we can look at the stages of water treatment. Stages of chemical water treatment. The first and the foremost stage of water treatment is the filtration stage at the intake. Filtration stage. At the intake. Filtration stage at the intake. Now, for water to be trapped, we need to create or to divert water. Water is usually diverted. If we assume that this is the river, this is the river, and our river is flowing in this direction, the first stage is that the company or the people involved will first of all create an intake. They create an intake by sometimes blocking part of the river or the whole of the river, and then divert it into a section here whereby they will carry out that first stage. And the first stage is about filtration of water at the intake. So there is usually a tank which is created here, and this tank has some sieves. It has screens, and these screens have got different meshes or holes. These screens, we start with the screen with large holes around here. Then we follow with a second screen with small holes. And then we usually put another screen with very tiny holes. So as this water passes through these screens, you find that some large particles are trapped. Very large particles like tree twigs and leaves are trapped in the first screen. So these are screens. These are screens. And these screens are form of sieves. They are form of sieves which trap from large particles like those of twigs and leaves of trees to smaller particles that could have entered into that water. And this water, this is the stage we are calling the filtration stage, because that water is filtered. This water from this tank is removed some of the big particles, and it is directed into another tank. And this tank is usually in the second stage. So the second stage of water treatment is softening of water. Softening of water. So, water can be harmed, especially if it has a certain dissolved minerals. It will become hard. So it requires that that water is softened. And this water is usually softened using soda ash. So here there is a container here, or a tank. Let's call it a tank. And this tank has some dosers. There's a tank, and this tank has some dosers. And these dosers are used for applying chemicals into water in this container. So chemicals are applied into water in this container. So which are these chemicals? The chemicals that are applied here are soda ash. Soda ash. Soda ash is chemically known as sodium bicarbonate. This sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate. Its role is to soften water. So we add sodium bicarbonate to soften water. So on this side of the note, we can say that it is that soda ash. Soda ash is added to water to soften it. To soften it. To soften it. You realize that there are two dosers. The other doser usually add another chemical known as alum. Alum is also known as aluminium sulfate. Therefore, alum or aluminium sulfate is used to coagulate. It is used to coagulate particles. To coagulate particles is to make tiny particles to join together, become heavy, and when they become heavy, they settle at the bottom of the tank. And usually the tank we're talking about will be in the next stage, because the water that is passing through this softening stage will now, this is only for mixing the chemicals, but they will be stored in another container in the next stage, and that's where the sedimentation will take place. Now, this one on soda ash or the sodium bicarbonate will make water soft and more usable. Soft water will produce foam more easily than hard water. Hard water is very difficult to produce foam, especially for cleaning materials in the farm, like utensils or even for this the other gadgets in the farm. So this particular stage is the one that is referred to as the softening. From the softening stage, this water flows. As this water is flowing, it now already contains chemicals. It contains chemicals, the sodium bicarbonate, and also the alum or aluminium sulfate. So the next stage is what we call sedimentation. It's what we call sedimentation. It's referred to as sedimentation, and coagulation. It's called sedimentation and coagulation. And for this time, I think we shall continue in the next lesson with the stage of sedimentation and coagulation in water treatment. I hope we are together. Thank you for listening to me.